I don't think he's gonna be here.
Okay, we'll turn it on just in case.
The babies were giving him problems yesterday.
Good morning, Rim Country. And you know what time it is when you hear that. It is time for the hometown movie guys, Craig, Andy, and, well, Nathan's not here this morning. But no Nathan this morning. But we got Craig and Andy in the studio, and we are going to be talking about the movies playing at the Sawmill Theatres. That's right here in the Sawmill Theater complex where we're broadcasting live from this morning and every morning on Community Spotlight. So movies. And Andy,
Yep.
we know you love movies.
I do love movies.
You truly, honestly, love movies.
I think they're fun.
Yes, boy, what a nice escape, you know, go
Yeah.
to the movie theater, get that
Couple
popcorn.
of hours and all of your troubles vanish.
Yeah, and you know, just real quick, I don't want to digress at all, but during the Depression, that's when movies and popcorn and all of it, to take people's minds off of the bad.
The movie theaters were one of the few businesses really during the Great Depression that didn't take a hit. Because
Wow.
people were, you know, that escape, you know, trying to
Yeah.
get away from it.
If you think of the movies in the 1930s, a lot of them were economic fantasies. The people depicted in the movies wore tuxedos and had plenty of money and went on nice trips and drove cool cars and stuff. And people could go and imagine themselves puttering around in that LaSalle.
And maybe even inspire some people to say, hey, if we just keep plugging away, come
That's
on,
right.
we can do this. This could be us.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
And another, I don't want to
Brings hope to the heart.
Again, I don't want to continue to go down this road, but ice cream, the ice cream flavor Rocky Road, that name was inspired by the Depression because it was a rocky road, and it was to inspire, to encourage, people, hey, come on, it's a rocky road, but hey,
We can do it.
Yep.
And
So,
sure enough, we did do it.
we did. We got through it. Hey, the resolve of Americans. There we go. So movies in the theater. I know last week we, ended with the biggie that was coming out that so many people were anticipating. But let's start with it this week, and that's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, a lot happened in that week.
Man, yeah. So
$500 million later.
500 mil. That's what it's at, Andy. What are we looking at?
Worldwide, we're over 500 million.
Wow. And domestically like 260 or something, 250?
200 and some.
Yeah, my gosh. So it is breaking records.
205 opening weekend domestic. Three days, 205 million.
Crazy.
And I'm not sure if that's an all-time record, but it's darn close.
It
For
was
R-rated.
for R-rated.
Oh, for R-rated.
It wasn't all-time, but there were some movies, other movies that
it's
were
just cruising right along though.
Yeah.
We're only a week in.
Yeah, and Deadpool and Wolverine is rated R. There is quite a bit of language and blood.
Yep.
Blood
Lots
and
of
language. Blood and language, language and blood.
Yep.
And 4 showtimes. It's not in 3D.
No, we took that 3D out.
Yep, 1, 4, 5, and 7
Yes.
are the times. And
No 3D. Yeah,
no 3D. It was in 3D.
3D is kind of it's kind of fading out really. It's I think a lot of the theaters have, I think Harkins now doesn't do 3D films. We're considering it also, just taking it out. I'm just, a lot of people have, makes them dizzy or gives people headaches. Really what we found is the younger kids, it's hard for them to keep the glasses on for the whole thing, they're taking them on, putting them off, and so it's just, I don't know. It just seems to be like one of those things that maybe it's going to go away.
Yeah, it had its run.
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw it in 2D and I saw it in 3D, and 3D is, slightly more interesting for me. It's not a game breaker though. If you discontinue that, I won't quibble. It's not, it's just not that big a deal for me.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun to see, you know,
Things coming at you.
have,
Yeah.
have Wolverine pick a guy up with those forks that he has instead of hands and toss him into the audience, you know, that's fun.
Oh yeah, it was a enjoyable movie, that's for sure. It was very, very entertaining, and goodness.
Well, it's more of a, I don't know if it's really just straight comedy, but you're never going to see so many people killed in such fun ways. It's just terribly violent. It is terribly violent, but it is. It's all, you know, they're making fun of the violence even. So
Yeah. Well, this one, audience score 96.
Ooh.
96, so really up there. And critics 79, so, you know, decent.
That's not bad,
still,
Rob.
not
That's not
bad,
bad,
you
Rob.
know, for this type of movie where they could be overly critical, but.
Yeah, and often they are,
Mhm.
the snooty rascals that they are.
yeah, you know, and we've seen, you know, Disney kind of making a comeback.
Yeah.
This year, you know, last year they were off. They weren't the biggest box office studio.
Mhm.
But you know, now this year, Inside Out. I think I saw Inside Out just moved to top 10 all time.
Whoa.
I believe it
That was
Inside
Inside Out too?
Inside Out 2, yeah. I think it just went up to number 10.
Wow. So they will have the two biggest movies of the year, surely.
We've got well. I was gonna say,
Don't say that,
well,
the year's not over.
Yeah.
Well, in December, Mufasa comes out, but that's Disney also.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think that
they'll
one.
have the top three.
And well, you know what? Mufasa and Moana.
Yeah.
Moana 2 comes out
Oh, that's right,
in
Moana
Thanksgiving,
2.
so
That should
Disney,
be-
more Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're right on. That Inside Out 2 just cracked the top 10 highest grossing movies ever worldwide. Went over 1.5 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, so it passed one of the Avengers,
Yes, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first, yeah.
It cruised past Furious 7 at 1.515 billion, and then went past the Avengers that was at 1.521 billion, and Inside Out 2 is at 1.524 billion.
That's good. That's
So-
the business. I mean, if they've spent $500 million on Inside Out 2 with marketing and everything and you know production, they
Yeah.
profited $1 billion off that thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like you've said before, like the big investment, you know, it's a big
Risk,
gamble,
yeah.
big
Big
risk,
gamble, big gamble.
but a big payoff,
Yep.
a huge payoff.
You know,
Big risk, big reward.
Yeah.
Or, will it be a hit? Or miss? Remember that?
You know, pivoting a little bit here, Long Legs. I kind of want to talk about this one.
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage, serial killer. So what we had happen is Tara and Dustin are in-house horror film fanatics.
oh yeah.
They both went and saw it the other day. They said it was probably the scariest movie they've ever seen. And
Really?
And these two have tattoos of Chucky on their arms, so they are very into horror films. They said this thing is just, and you know, we're talking about the profit levels here, where
Yeah.
you know, Longlegs was you know, a small 10 million I think we saw on there.
Less than.
Yeah, and it's did 25 million opening weekend.
Yep.
But this thing is in fact they said they even had trouble sleeping
Ooh,
because of this film.
and those two are tough.
I said they enjoy this type of thing. And,
Who is this again?
Long Legs.
No, but who?
Oh, Tara and Dustin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
73 million bucks at the box office as of yesterday on a less than $10 million budget.
Less than 10
There's a
million.
lot of hype on this thing. The critics loved it. It's probably Nicolas Cage's maybe his best role ever.
Wow. Talk about a resurgence for him.
Yeah.
Shoo.
But yeah, this thing is supposed to be like just absolutely creepy. And probably be the last week for it too. So if you're wanting to see this one, you got till next
We'll
Thursday.
get seriously creeped out.
Yes.
This is the one.
Well, and you know what? Yeah, it's wild because I've heard you know from people and the obviously so many moviegoers, so many people going to see it. Audience score. What do you think the audience score is on this?
Ooh, 83.
91.
61.
Oh,
Isn't that insane? Where this has been, I mean, and the critics, 85. And I remember
Whoa.
reading some reviews last Friday And what was it? This one critic used the term nightmare fuel, that this movie was full of nightmare fuel.
That's what they said. It
Proof
was
positive.
Yeah, that's what these guys said, was they had trouble sleeping. They said it was just so so creepy and you know, psychological. Where
Yeah.
you know, you're thinking about it. You
Yeah.
know, after you're out of the movie, you know, long gone
Yeah.
from the theater, you're still thinking about it.
And there was a comparison also to Silence of the Lambs, like
Yeah.
best movie like this, like a horror, what is that?
Serial killer movie, yeah.
Yeah,
Serial
and
killer.
it's like a psychological horror.
Yeah, there we go.
Psychological horror.
Yep.
The best since Silence of the Lambs,
That's-
where Silence of the Lambs
said-
was,
So I said Nicolas Cage is just super creepy in this. A great role
Wow.
for him.
he was channeling his inner, who's Hannibal Lecter?
Hannibal Lecter, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, and who was the actor that played Hannibal Lecter? What was his name?
Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins.
Yeah.
Wow, just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Perkins.
No,
Well, Anthony Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins.
Perkins.
I don't know, but it
I
sounded
think he
good.
was in Psycho.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
close. There
you
we
were
go.
close. So
All
long,
those Anthony's.
long legs, obviously rated R, and in theater in Sawmill Theaters, 3 showtimes: 12, 2:30, and 7:30. And again, nightmare fuel.
Yes.
So no kiddos, please do not take the kiddos.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't want
to
to bring your
that
kids
one.
to that.
No,
No.
it's definitely R-rated.
No. So they're
But
already.
we have another psychological horror movie,
Okay.
The Trap.
Trap.
But it's only rated PG-13, so
Gotcha.
a different sort of a movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this
Shy
one.
Mellahan.
Okay, and this one is new,
Yeah.
starting today.
Starting today.
Starting today. Trap.
What time's that one?
1:15, 4:15, and 7:15.
Yep, and as you said, Andy, rated PG-13, and this one, 30,000 fans, 300 cops, 1 serial killer, no escape.
Yes, yeah, they got a serial killer trapped in a, I don't know why they would pick this location, but in a big stadium for a concert
That's explained in the movie.
where you got, you know,
There's a reason,
50,000
there's a
people.
reason for it.
Yeah, so you know you want to try to keep those people away from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
hey,
this
let's,
is, you know, Shy Mellahan, so you probably have some twists in here and not what you think it's going to be.
Yep.
yeah,
And there's a pivotal character in the movie who's an FBI profiler. And she's awfully good at what she does, and that's very helpful for the authorities. And the profiler's played by Haley Mills.
okay. Oh, Haley Mills, there we go, yeah.
Yep. Remember The Parent Trap?
Yes,
Parent Trap 2?
and
Parent
that
Trap
darn
3.
cat
Was she in that?
in 1965, that
Oh,
darn cat.
okay.
That was actually, the highest rated on Rotten Tomatoes film that she was ever in, that darn cat.
Huh.
Yeah,
And she
1965.
began her career in 1947, where she was in one of those movies that they cranked out in, 30 days,
Wow.
as they used to do back in those days.
Mhm.
She played an infant,
Oh, wow.
and
Wow.
she was very believable.
Yeah, Parent Trap, also Whistle Down the Wind.
Ooh, so she could
Whistle Down
do
the
some
Wind.
dramatic stuff too, can't she?
Yeah, wow. And Pollyanna. Pollyanna,
Yep.
yeah, so,
A long and stellar career, and not over yet.
wow, not over yet, because she is in Trap, along with actor Josh Hartnett.
Yes.
Yep, he
And-
plays the serial killer.
A serial killer, wow, and he was in Oppenheimer. He was
Did,
in that.
he did
Black Hawk Down.
Penny Dreadful.
Mm.
In the series Penny Dreadful.
Yep.
Great series, by the way, if you haven't seen
And I
it.
hate to even mention it because it's a vampire movie, but he did one called 30 Days of Night about vampires up in Point Barrow, Alaska.
Mm.
Where vampires like it up in Alaska because it's dark,
Mhm.
for long periods of time.
That's a great movie.
Mhm.
Love 30 Days a Night.
Yeah.
And he did Oh Lucy. Oh Lucy, which, yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's,
Is that a cowboy movie?
No, I believe it's about Lucy. I believe. I
Lucy
don't-
Ricardo?
Lucy Ricardo, I believe. I don't know. Yeah, that one got really good ratings. And The Wrath of Man, Jason Statham movie, he was in there too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Craig mentioned that they go to a stadium to see a concert. That's the setup. That's where the 30,000 people are.
Yeah.
And the performer at the concert in the movie, she's called Lady Raven. But in real life, she's called Salika Shalaman.
Oh.
She's the second daughter of M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, wow, okay.
And as we remember, the elder daughter directed her first movie this year, was out just recently.
Watchers?
The Watchers, yeah. Well regarded, she did a good job, so.
All these kids are kind of
Talented.
breaking into the business here.
Yep.
Wow. So this one, again, rated PG-13. It's, again, like a, horror, a psychological horror, kind of, yeah. But a little scale, maybe not quite as, impactful as, or intense as Long Legs.
And there's no, the PG-13, there isn't any gratuitous gore, I guess, the way we put it. You know, sometimes that goes into the movies, and you know, people deserve to be aware of that, deserve to be warned when you have that kind of stuff going on. Because some people don't like it, you know.
Yep. So another movie, new one, in the theater starting today is Harold and the Purple Crayon.
It's a kid's movie. It's
Yeah.
PG.
PG.
Based on some children's books.
There you go.
But it's Zachary Levi that played Shazam.
Oh, okay.
And he has a purple crayon that he can draw things with, and they become real.
That's cool.
That's a pretty cool crayon. Yeah. So inside of his book, adventurous Harold can make anything come to life simply by drawing it. After he grows up and draws himself off the book's pages and into the physical world, Harold finds he has a lot to learn about real life.
Oh, I bet he does.
Well, yeah, I would say so.
Gets thrown into real life as an adult. That's quite a change.
Yeah. And this
ordinarily we can grow into the real world.
And this one, audience score. What would you say the audience score is so far on this in Rotten Tomatoes?
71.
71?
Yeah, I'll say 81. I have no idea.
89. 89. So far, there we go.
I beat you once in a row.
What did the critics think?
Well, let's not go there. Let's just look at. No, the critics lower. Yeah, they're not really taken with the whole magical purple crayon, concept. So, but Zoe Deschanel is
Yay!
in it. So yay! I am a big fan as well. Andy.
Me too.
Yeah. So
the
if she's
New
in
Girl
it,
was
I'm gonna go see
my
it.
favorite TV show of all time, maybe.
The what?
The New Girl.
The New Girl?
That was her TV show.
Oh, Elf. Loved her in Elf.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Zoe Deschanel. Just want to look up,
Yeah.
about her.
She's
Almost Famous.
She's keeping. She was in Almost Famous. I missed her. I saw that not too long ago either, and
She was in
I
that.
didn't notice her
Yeah, it was when she was before she was big.
before she was famous.
Yeah. So the Good Girl as well, Bridge to Terabithia. I think she was a young one then. But anyway, Zoe Deschanel in it. So this one, PG, kids movie, as you said, Craig, and
When you see a PG, that means it's okay for anybody to go see it that can sit in a seat for an hour and a half.
yeah.
You know, there's nothing is going to hurt them there.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's an hour and 25 minutes.
Hour 25.
Short one
There
for
you
the
go.
kids.
Yep.
And showtime's 12:30, 2:45, and 7:15. And again, for all the showtimes and descriptions of the movies, trailers, just go to sawmilltheatres.com. And now playing. So Harold and the Purple Crayon, kids movie that's in the theater right now. Also still in theaters, Twisters.
Woohoo!
Yeah, rated PG-13, and yeah. How many saw blades did you give this one,
5.
sir? What?
5.
5.
5.
Whoa! You just don't hand those
I
puppies
hand them out like kissing at a kissing booth.
I know.
Step right up.
Step right up with your 5 saw blades. No, you don't give out a ton. Or are you getting softer as you mature?
As I get more senile, yeah, probably.
Oh, that's no.
But it was just a crackerjack of a movie.
Was,
For you know, I mean, it is what it is. It isn't Gone with the Wind. It's not you know, some great drama. But boy, is it fun. And you know, there's one time where a chicken coop flies right into him. I mean, it's just, you don't get that every day, folks.
And then a chicken lands on the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Well, I would have to say, Andy, the audience, the people that are going to see Twisters on Rotten Tomatoes, that they give reviews or rate it, 92%. So they agree with you, sir.
Yeah,
That,
as well they should.
It's a great summer movie. You know, it's,
Yeah.
you know, you talk about entertainment, that's what this is. Go sit in a nice cool theater, have some popcorn, and kind of escape into this this crazy world of tornadoes.
Yep, and as my wife pointed out to me, you know, Glenn Powell in the white T-shirt as it's raining. You know, yeah, I think the women enjoyed that.
Glenn Powell is kind of the up-and-comer here.
Yeah, this is his year, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's been, you know, well, he did Top Gun Maverick, you know, last a couple
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
right, yeah.
So he kind of took off, and then Anyone But You
Yep.
did a kind
Wow.
of
That
romantic
was
comedy.
a spectacular success. I'm so disappointed I didn't get to see that. It must have been come out on a busy week.
Yeah, it was over the holiday, Christmas time.
Well, and then,
And he really does have a great screen presence. I was
Yeah.
I was very impressed with his performance.
he was
And
also-
not because of the white T-shirt, but
Yeah.
I mean he really does have it.
Uh-huh.
He's charming and handsome and just exactly what you would want in a leading man.
He was in Hitman, also in Hidden Figures, which was a really solid movie. He was in that. So yeah, and Maverick. I mean, that's
I think that was really the one that kind of really put him on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're,
and with Maverick, I don't know. I need to do a little research here, but Rotten Tomatoes still 99% audience score for Maverick, and 96 the critics. I don't
Whoa.
think there's a higher score on Rotten Tomatoes than Maverick.
I don't think so either.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah,
to
it
have
was-
a 96 from the critics is just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Top Gun Maverick was our longest playing film. I think we had it at the theater for 3 months, which
Yeah.
is just.
The people still going in to
And
see it.
well, and we started we put it in 2 theaters, so it was doing 2 screens there for a while, and then dropped down to just the one, and it was still going. So,
Yeah.
perfect pacing film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
And
if you're in Hollywood, you get the chance to work with Tom Cruise. That's kind of a career changer.
yeah.
I think if you just can put down that I was in a movie with Tom Cruise, that's
Yeah.
a big get up for you.
So that was a 2022 movie, Top Gun, biggest movie of 2023. Oppenheimer, right? Was really I would think one of the biggest. You
Yes,
know.
yeah.
Not as big as Barbie.
Yeah, but
Barbie and Super Mario Brothers was last year too.
with Rotten Tomatoes, Oppenheimer 93 from the critics, 91 the audience. Barbie was in the 80s, and let's see, Super Mario Brothers. Let's see where that was. But I don't think that still was as high as 59 by the critics and 95 audience. So
Ooh.
still, I mean, Maverick. The
Yeah.
top 3 movies of 2023, Maverick, according to Rotten Tomatoes, again. But yeah,
Good,
Maverick was
reliable
just-
source.
Yeah, hey,
You
I
can
think
tell
it's
by
pretty good.
the way they named themselves.
Yeah. Well, I think what's nice is you have that nice blend of audience and critics. So it's nice, with that Rotten Tomatoes to see,
Yeah.
to hear from both.
And to have both of them be so high is a really
Yeah,
unusual.
to have both about 96 and 99. Shoo. So also, Twisters, again, 5 saw blades from Rim countries. you know.
Great special effects.
Rim Country's critic extraordinaire.
Premier critic.
Premier critic. Rim
Oh, I
Country's
like
premier
that.
critic.
Premier
That's-
critic.
Oh, wow, that is good. Andy
Star
McKinney.
Valley's premier critic.
Come on, Rim Country. Come on, Rim Country. Who else is there, Andy? You're Rim Country's premier critic. And then also in theaters, I think this is the last movie to talk about, Maxine, which also, I believe, received a good song,
Yeah,
good
I
rating from
don't
you.
remember how many I gave it, but I liked Maxine. I generally don't like this
horror,
genre.
yeah.
It's kind of a horror slasher
Thriller?
sort of stuff.
Thriller.
Yeah, psychotic thriller.
Psychotic thriller.
A24 films, yeah,
A24.
they're kind of known for this stuff, and they go a little over the top from time to time.
Yeah, there was one scene there where I just went, oh no, they did that.
You're like,
So,
oh,
yeah,
boy. Oh boy.
There is at least one over the topper in that one.
Yeah, and again, this one, I want to see, where is this? You know, to make it what I saw, you know, anywhere from $1 million to $2 million. I saw, you know, range what they said to make it, but box office.
I don't know.
It's doing quite well for such a low budget movie. It's crazy.
Yep.
Box Office Mojo. I like this. What's the Box Office Mojo? Oh, that's the website, Box Office Mojo. So worldwide, sitting under 20 million.
That's not bad on a $1 or $2 million
$1 or $2 million
investment.
yeah, film. So, yeah, domestic for almost 15 million.
Yeah.
And worldwide, almost 5.
It's a kind of a niche film, I guess. A lot of people, you know, A24, they did, you know, Hereditary, Midsommar. If you've seen any of these films, you'd remember. There are just they're disturbing in their own right. They're well made too. They are.
Yeah, they're handcrafted films.
Yeah, kind of I guess a little bit. I don't know, call it an art film or not, but you can really have a horror film like that be an art film. But they are these, you know, that's what A24 does. Is these lower budget and well made. They're almost always critically acclaimed, but then they're just crazy films though too.
Wow. Wow. And this is interesting. Have you been on the Box Office Mojo website?
Sure.
Hey, that's really cool how it breaks it down and internationally, so you can see in Iceland, Maxine has grossed $2,941 at the box
Right.
office. This is crazy. It seems like UK, it was the biggest in the UK out of all of the countries, 1.2 million.
I wonder if they dub in Icelandic or if they just have subtitles.
Or
Or if they just let her rip.
I don't
I wonder
know.
how many theaters they have in Iceland.
One,
Probably
probably.
one, and
Yeah,
the whole
interesting.
$2,900 was at one theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nick-
they don't, I don't know.
In
I
Nicar-
don't know that much about Iceland,
Yeah.
except
Yeah.
there's not many people there.
No, but Nicaragua, they brought in 1,800. So I mean,
Almost as much as Iceland.
Yeah. Wow, this is very interesting. So Maxine though.
Makes me feel good about Sawmill Theatres.
Hey, there you go.
We're grossing more than a whole country.
Only one showtime for Maxine, and that's 4:30. And we need to mention.
The Rim Country Western Film Festival, a Clint Eastwood retrospective, showing 6 of Eastwood's finest westerns.
There we go.
Woo!
Yeah, that is August 9th through the 13th.
Starting next Friday, yeah.
Yeah, starting next
And,
Friday.
What are the showtimes? Is this going to be 10
The most
o'clock?
no, most of these are 2 a.m. We're doing these in the afternoon, so we'll be kind of
2
switching.
p.m.
2 p.m. Yeah, we'll be switching things around here a bit. And actually, on Friday, I believe there's 2 showings.
Okay.
2 o'clock and a 6 o'clock on that one. 2 o'clock and I'll have to look on that one, make sure on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually the first annual Payson Film Festival.
That is great.
We're kind of trying to get this going, and of course tying into the rodeo.
Yeah.
Doing some Western films. That's kind of the plan moving forward then. But you know, if you're talking Western films, Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
Oh yeah,
He's you know, Clint Eastwood and John Wayne, I guess, are
the 2
on
biggies.
the top of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is brought to you by Rim Country Artists. If you want to see all 4 films, or all 6 films rather, it's $40. You can get the tickets at the Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
Or you can just pay $8 at the door.
There's also a $100 option, I believe, on that for all 6 films and the luncheon.
Yeah.
We got a luncheon going next weekend too, where we'll be doing some auctioning stuff, a fundraiser type thing.
And that's at Rim Country Barbecue, right across the street from Sawmill Theatres. And
A
then
short
in the,
walk.
Yep, and then in the evening, there'll be a book signing event and other
Yeah, we got
festivities
Bob
happening
Bo's
at
Bell.
Nolly's.
Yeah,
Yep,
Bob
because
Bo's Bell coming up.
Bob Bo's Bell coming up from True Western Magazine.
Yeah.
And Saturday, August 11th or 10th, August 10th,
10th, yeah.
is Bob Bo's Bell Day here in Payson.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so great way to kick off the rodeo.
Yeah.
Start
There's
rodeo week.
nothing like a Clint Eastwood Western, I'll say that.
Yes, oh yeah, come on now, how can you get any better? Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Good, the bad, yeah.
I know, and you can watch them on the big screen.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, with the popcorn.
The Unforgiven in there.
The Unforgiven is the last movie that,
Best picture,
Yeah.
1994.
Yeah, Unforgiven. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, where does that rank on Rotten Tomatoes? Where Unforgiven? That
I don't know.
should
That
be
was one of the great westerns of all time.
1992. 1992. Ooh, I'm seeing a big score here. Let's see. Wow, here we go. 96 with the critics, 93 with the audience. So that's another.
So
Yeah.
it's a great movie,
Yep.
movie.
Yeah, and you can see that again on the big screen, August
That
13th.
that final scene of Unforgiven, when Clint Eastwood goes in that bar, so good.
Wait, don't give it away. I'm
So
joking.
good. Spoiler.
Yeah, right.
We're
yeah.
30 years in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Can't spoil a 32-year-old movie, huh? Well, hey, all right. So that is it. Again, Sawmill Theatres, right down here, the Sawmill and the Sawmill Theater Complex on Main Street, and great movies in the theaters. So yeah, come on down.
Yep.
Time to get back to the music here with some AC/DC, Peter Gabriel, ELO, and more. But first, let's get an update from the National Weather Service, and you guys have a wonderful weekend.
That was fun.
Go, yes. All right, see you guys.
Okay.